Hello, you lovely infinite beings. This video is actually a genuine question I have for you, and so I would really appreciate it if you answer it for me in the comments. And it would really clarify some important things for me. It would serve as the ground basis for something that I've been thinking about for some time now. And the question is, did you ever experience both intensely good and intensely bad times at the same time? Were you ever in two different experiences at the same phase in your life during the same time period in your life, and then one of them did really good while the other did really bad? One of them went exactly as you wanted it to go and had a very positive outcome, and it was a complete success, while the other was a complete failure and it was devastating. It had a really negative outcome, both at the same time or within more or less at the same time, so during the same phase of your life? Or was it ever just, and I'm not asking about minor things like enjoying your time with your friends or having fun with your loved ones, or traveling to somewhere you like or love, or experiencing some sort of a fleeting high frequency emotions, because those are all blessings, those are all very good experiences that we often disregard, that we often forget about as we are experiencing. But that's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is two major experiences doing the exact opposite at the very same time, within the same time period. Because to me, it's always been like, this is a high period and this is a low period. This is a downtime, this is an up time. And this phase of my life is characterized by good experiences. This phase of my life is characterized by bad experiences. And the reason I'm asking this is because it would be very helpful to understand. Because if your life is determined by your frequency, yes, you might be aligned with some things and not with other things, and that's why you might experience one failed experience and another successful experience at the same time. But generally, I've noticed that when you are at a high frequency, when we are living at a high frequency, aligning ourselves with all that's good for us, regardless of any specific thing, generally everything goes well. Generally everything is a major success. Generally everything kindles joy and peace and love and more gratitude. Everything is more or less a blissful experience when you are living at a high frequency, when you are living exactly as you want to, when your thoughts are aligned with your emotions and your actions. You believe exactly in what you're living. You're fully doing what you believe you should be doing and living as you believe exactly you should be living. And of course, those are good things. Of course, those are high vibrational emotions, high vibrational experience, actions, high vibrational thoughts. Choosing to just look at the good aspect of everything, choosing to look at the positive of everything, and believing that that's what you're worthy of and nothing else, never the negative. And so in general, living a high vibrational life would lead to everything going well, or at the very least, nothing gets really messed up. So you don't have devastating experiences. You don't have experiences that really crushes you. Yes, it could be mild, but it's not like an absolute failure of an experience. It's not something that you've struggled so long for and then it collapses. And then at different times, when we are living in general at a low frequency, when we're not really all that grateful, all that fulfilled with our life, and then we choose to align with that aspect of ourselves, choose to believe more in the negative of things, and we live life, we initiate our living, our days based on that for some time, for a long enough time, you're eventually going to be vibrating at a low frequency. And then all of this whole phase is going to be characterized by failed experiences, by negative experiences, by things not going in your favor in general. But yeah, you're still gonna be having some things that work out in your favor. You might go to do something with your car and it's gonna go very well. You might go to meet someone and it's gonna be a good experience. You might try to run any of your errands and they're gonna go in your favor. And some things this is completely fine, yes, because it still has, you're still gonna have positive karma and it's paying out through those small things. But what I was asking initially is that, did you ever experience extreme opposites at the same time period of your life when it comes to good and bad? Extreme opposites when it comes to positive and negative. Extreme opposites when it comes to what you would assume is a good experience and what you would assume is a very bad experience. So success, failure, love, hatred, abandonment, seeking, want, being desired, rejection, attention, money, financial abundance, financial lack, whatever it is. So that would really clarify. And of course, there is the psychological aspect, you might think, or you might say, as in that, yes, if we are experiencing bad times, everything tends to go bad because we psychologically are self-sabotaging. When one thing goes wrong and then another thing, and then they keep piling up, and then all of our choices are only focused on the negative, and we are seeking it. We almost unknowingly seek it out because everything is bad, and we want to be careful that this thing doesn't go the same way, doesn't go the same direction. So when everything is negative, when everything is falling apart, and you want a good experience, you're so focused, you're so attentive to the bad of things, to how things could go wrong, and you end up actually creating that, actually going for that psychologically. And there's also the aspect of self-sabotaging, self-destruction. When you're feeling bad, when you're so miserable, yeah, there was something there. When you're so miserable, when you're so scared, when you're so fearful, when you're so anxious, when you're so depressed, you simply go all in because you are living in resentment. You hate yourself, you hate your life. And so whether you know it, whether it's conscious or not, you end up, ruining other things for yourself. You end up rejecting the good things because you're afraid they're gonna be fleeting. You're afraid, it's gonna also get messed up, and eventually you keep, leading yourself to more and more negative experiences. So that's to be expected. But also, when you are energetically on a high frequency, that tends to make everything go well. When you are at a low frequency, that makes everything go not in your favor, in a way that you don't want them to go, whether it's really bad or it's just bad from your perspective. So I'd really appreciate it once again if you answer that for me in the comments. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to another video and for sharing this with me. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel because it helps me so much, and it helps this video find its way to many more others who might actually need it.